Morning, guys. So we made the long trip up this morning, got the replacement pump, got her put on, got the chain and everything put on, started her up, kicked it in gear, same fucking deal. The reel didn't move. And we had oil coming through one of the fittings, coming from the combine. We had plenty of oil coming through, but it wasn't making a turn. Thought, man, what the hell's going on? Something's wrong here. Tell you what, I feel like an asshole. I feel like a real dumb shit. I got looking all over underneath this cover. This wire right here is the one that turns this switch on. That turns the reel on. You can see it's working now. But nothing wrong there. So I made a few more phone calls, some old combine mechanics. They said, yeah, you can screw with that little pintle valve in there and run it manually if you want. I said, well, there's something there that, you know, turns that valve on. I don't have any electrical testing down here, but there's 12 volt in and ground coming out. Ground? Oh, fuck. It grounds right here. That little son of a bitch had just broke off and was laying there. I don't know why I didn't think of that first, because I had troubles with that ground wire many years ago, and for the longest time I just had it wrapped around that post. You know, I had the wires frayed off a ways and wrapped around the post. That way I could just quickly wrap them back on. I didn't, for some reason, take the time to put a proper end on it, but hell, even the proper end broke off. So, make sure you check your ground wires. That's all that was wrong with it. So now I've got an extra reel motor in case this one ever takes a crap. Or in case someone else around here needs one, because nobody around here got one, I guess. Anyway, now that we got that going, we're gonna go pick some more beans. Now we're finally back at it. We're on this little piece on the north side. We tried to start last night, and I got a cab full today. Say hi, guys.
Hi.
They wanted to come down and ride before we got done. They'll be back to school tomorrow, so today's a good day for them to ride. A lot of pigweed in this field, a few milkweeds out here, but primarily just pigweed. And they're pretty well dead, but not the stems aren't quite dead, so they're rumbling a little bit. And it's just about 1:30, so they're about as dry as we're gonna get for today. Yeah, it's dumping another load. We're gaining. Got about close to 45 acres done down here. Gonna go try to run a little bit more up on the north end, and then we'll probably call it a day. Some more guys going by here in grain carts. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this this next one on the north side kind of broke open, get the end rows off at least, maybe get a bunch of it done. But it is starting to get towards evening, so we won't be able to run too terribly long. So now I just got to tootle down the road. There's the big one. There's the little one we just did. The one I'm going to next is right on the other side of those trees. Come on, focus. You can kind of see it through there, maybe. I got to go clear up and around on the road and then come down in through the neighbor. It's kind of a pain. And there's the field back in the trees. Now this is the field that when we were doing our second pass cultivation, the cultivator decided to break the mounts. And that happened somewhere on this outer pass. I don't remember which pass it was, somewhere out here. We got down here a little bit earlier this morning. Brought my dad with me so he can help me move equipment around. His Cameron's back in school now. So here's our last organic field. And yeah, foxtail again on the end row, pretty prevalent. That far corner down there, that was one that was always real grassy. That was another one, you know, part of that other field over there that wasn't in the CRP. It was just a grass pasture or whatever, and the grass is just hanging on for dear life over there and not giving it up. Getting back in here in this point now, and you can kind of see what the foxtail situation's like. It's definitely foxtail prevalent, isn't it? Well, something sounds like it broke. Got a big wad of shit sticking out back here. Yeah, that's not good. That's not supposed to be down here. We got some bolts broken there somehow. Well, it looks like just the bolts here on top of this rear concave had broke, allowing that thing to fish out of there and sit clear down. It was clear down underneath these cross augers back here. I don't know how the hell it got underneath there, but that's where she was. Finally got her dug out, and we had to fish it back over between those two, and then we could get it up and come out. Otherwise it wasn't going to come out at all. Unfortunately, I don't have any bolts with me that size, so we're going to put this one in here so it doesn't fall back out, and we'll run into town and grab a couple three or four bolts of stuff in there. Then we'll be back at it. I don't think it tore anything else up. Obviously it bent these two louvers flat. We'll let them straighten back up. And this one here is going to have to be bent a little bit farther, but I don't think it's hurt anything else. That gear back there is getting pretty loose, but it's not hurting anything right now. So we'll just go grab a few bolts and get them stuffed in there and get back at it. Now we got her back fixed. Now I gotta go dump the grain cart back on the semi. He just showed up. Shouldn't be too many more beans here. There's just a few short little runs here. Okay guys, it's been a little over a week, right about a week probably, since we were down and tried to run those pretty weedy beans, organic beans. And we went ahead and just left that last little corner. I might go ahead and try them when I get done up here today, just for the fact that they are so terribly full of grass. I don't want to break the combine doing that and then have to, wait on these other beans. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my conventional beans, the non-organic stuff, and we're going to try to get these run. And a little 2-acre piece down there of organic beans, I'll just push those in with these and sell them as non-organic. Like I said, I don't think there's going to be that many there, but just so that the field's cleaned up and looks a little better for the landlord. So gate, I don't think I'm going to fit, but just for measurement fact, he said it was a 20-foot gate. Well, I think my head might be 22 feet. Yeah, see, it's not going to meet, so I'm going to have to back up and try to go through here at an angle. And if that doesn't fit, then we'll have to knock the fence out. Man, that was tight. I actually had to come through the gate backwards because my dang ladder was sticking out far enough, even with it folded up. Ladder was sticking out far enough I couldn't get through it coming through forwards. I put the drive side here right against that post, and then my white tip snout over there was literally rubbing that corner post as I kind of came through, and it made it through, but it was a son of a bitch. That's all I have to say about that. Alright, so these aren't as bad as I thought they were. Kind of steep back here though. These are actually pretty decent beans. Cleaner than I thought. I mean, those little stick weeds aren't really bothering much. Probably sucked up some of the moisture, but we've had, I mean, not a lot of rain, but enough rain this year that we did pretty decent. You guys saw what the corn did. Now the soybeans, the organic soybeans, those guys are just so, plug full of foxtail and water hemp. Those would have done, probably 40 or 45 if I had them cleaned up, but that was as good as we could get on those. So anyway, these are like I said, just no-tilled into the hay ground, and the hay it was baled once, so we essentially did take some nutrients off when we baled it there that first cutting. Sprayed once and left alone. just kind of the way it goes. Probably would have done a lot better weed control if we'd have had a second pass, but going through, I mean, I guess a lot of guys are probably doing 2 passes, and then they do some kind of insecticide or something too, but I don't really believe in that shit either. But you got to have something out there for killing the weeds and the grass, since we're you know, we're not organic with this field. So I forget what they use. I don't remember if it was Roundup or Liberty something, because these were E3 beans, so you could have used, you know, a combination of different stuff on them. But I told them just to hit them once, and that's all I wanted done, because I didn't want to get a whole lot of money wrapped up in these beans. I've typically had poor response of soybeans going into hay fields in the past, so I kind of wasn't expecting them to do more than 15 to 20. But these, I mean, there's spots out here, I'd say these guys are doing 40, like probably right here. These are probably 40 bushel beans. So I guess I can't complain about that. Okay, so I haven't been around the whole farm yet. I started down there in that corner. I went down and over, came across this terrace. I've been around this little field twice, and I've just been running back and forth on these short and long rows. But man, look at the tank. Man, you can't hardly see it. It's almost full already. So yeah, I'd say these are doing pretty decent. A lot better than I was expecting. Now we get right down against the ground, and in a few spots like this end row and some of that grass down there, it doesn't seem to be quite fully dead. You can hear it occasionally. The cutter bar, sickle bar will start chattering, which means it's essentially not cutting. It's just kind of clogging the sickle. So, but for the most part, she's just blasting right through here. So we were fortunate enough to get, you know, about an inch of rain, at least at the home farm. I don't know what this one got, around that. Had a decent amount of it's not washed clean, but a decent amount of speckles on the window. And the last few nights, it's been, I'd say last 4 nights, it's been, you know, mid to low 20s. So that alone is going to pretty well kill anything else that's still alive in here, which helps it to feed better. But yeah, right here I'd say these are at least 40 bushel beans, so doing a lot better than I thought they were. Looks pretty darn good. There goes our first hopper load. Hopper number 2. Don't think we're gonna get done tonight. I still got about half the farm left. And the fuel gauge is getting pretty darn low. Well, so the sun's down and we finally got up here on top of the hill where they're a lot cleaner. And I've got maybe 4 passes left to reach right over here. And then I've got that little bit down below the terrace. So I might be able to get this pretty well done tonight. And tank's getting about full again. So that should put me in the neighborhood around 450, 500 bushel on 20 acres. So, I mean, yeah, they're definitely doing better than I thought at 15 to 20. Especially up here. These are great. Those from here down the hill back towards the pickup and I guess the grain cart sitting over here. Back towards the hill, down the hill towards the south, that's where all that grassy shit was. And there was beans in there, good beans in there, but they weren't running through the best. A lot of that real low to the ground grass was so thick. Like I said, it was just plugging up the cutter rather than cutting. So it was a real pain in the butt getting those to run through. And yes, I haven't got fuel yet. She's still floating right there, close to empty. So hopefully I can sneak back down the big hill here and not run out of fuel. Whoa! Would I just about had a major malfunction. Look at the size of that goddamn rock. We're gonna leave him right there. I'm pretty sure I told the landlord that big ass rock was out here. I was kind of hoping he was gonna come pick it up. Obviously he did not. Well, we're gonna have to call it a night because I am in fall. I can't even see the air or the light shining through the bend, so. And we haven't run out of fuel yet, but we're getting doggone close. We better get our butt to the top of the hill, get this thing dumped, and call it a day. We made it back down here this morning. Got the little green trailer on the pickup clear full. Obviously the blue wagon's not empty. Mrs. Organic brought me some fuel. Then we're gonna go run those last few windrows, get done. I spoke with the elevator here real close. They said, nah man, we're full. I said, shit man, I hate to drive it 40 miles. I only got 500 bushel. I said, oh well, if you only got 500 bushel, you can go ahead and bring that in. I go, all right, well, go. Yeah, so that's all we got left right there. And these are the best beans. So I don't think I could have got them on the combine, and by the time I run up the hill and dumped, I probably would have ran out of fuel. So and I'm off to the elevator. Well, that's pretty well gonna wrap up harvest 2023, guys. Got all the organic out, and we got the non-organic out. So I guess that's gonna be it for now. Remember guys, got any questions or comments, certainly hit me up down below. Give me a good thumbs up too if you would. Until next time, catch you later.